Hi there, today we're looking at the fusion of two of the most popular games of all time. So this is Magic the Gathering Final Fantasy crossover. It's finally happened. So Magic the Gathering, as you may well know, is a collectible card game that's very popular. There's many different sets. It's a game where you have to use mana to be able to cast spells, to be able to control creatures, to be able to defeat your opponent. So Magic the Gathering is very exciting, but the Final Fantasy crossover is even more exciting. So Final Fantasy is a very popular role-playing game series by Square Enix. It has many spin-offs, many releases. Some would argue that it started the whole role-playing video game genre, but here we have Magic the Gathering with Final Fantasy. So as always with Magic the Gathering, being a collectible card game, there are many cards in the set, and they can come in the form of booster packs and things like that. The strategy behind Magic the Gathering is to be able to construct your own deck that not only has great cards that you think are very powerful, but that have a lot of synergy that work together. And so you could have decks where you might control a lot of creatures, or decks where you might have a lot of spells, or decks where you might sap the life of your foe, all sorts of things. You can play any way you like, and that's one of the exciting things about Magic. This is a great way to get started. This is a starter kit, so this contains two complete 60 card decks. So immediately two players can play against each other. On the back it even says, here we go, learn to play Magic today. Everything you need to play your first game of Magic the Gatherings right here. So two pre-built 60 card decks, each with one mythic and 5 rare cards. There's an included booklet to teach you the essentials, a little play guide. Also you get codes to unlock both decks in Magic the Gathering Arena, which is the online version of the game. You can download the Magic the Gathering Arena app for the device of your choice, and using the code in the box, you get digital copies of the physical cards you have. But of course, playing the physical game with your friends and family is really the exciting way to go. Now, even though this contains two 60 cards, two packs, or two decks of 60 cards, the real skill and the real fun and the real challenge comes in getting more cards and more varied cards and building your own deck of your choice. Nevertheless, let us open this and see what is inside. So, it's well sealed. Okay, we're doing it. Here we are. Okay, so we have, alright, we have our little booklet with nice Final Fantasy artwork on it. This is the play guide that tells us how to get started. It talks about the different types of mana you can have, the different colours. It tells you your example arena, and effectively the rules of game, how to attack, how to do combat, how to defend. You also get two nice little boxes that you can put your decks in. So we'll fold this one. There we go. Nice little box. As you and here's the second one. As you progress with the game, you might like to get more and more boxes, nicer boxes, different coloured boxes. You might like to put your cards in little protective sleeves. Okay, so now the decks themselves. Look at the artwork. One thing that a lot of people love about Magic the Gathering is enjoying the incredible artwork. So we have two decks that came in the box. They're sealed except for one special card. So on one, here we go. So we get a legendary creature for each of our decks, and very nice, attractive artwork. Then the rest of the decks are sealed. So let's open one. Oh. Okay, let us open our deck. Alright, so here's our first deck. Now, we'll have to trust it has 60 cards in it, but, there's my arena code, so I won't show you that. But, here we have our creatures. So we have a Moogle, another Moogle, we have a cat beast, we have a dwarf soldier, we have several dwarf soldiers, and so on. So, in the game, we've got lots of cool stuff. Spells, Fate of the Sun Crest, Slash of Light, White Mage's Staff. We have characters, creatures, Adelbert Steiner. Anyway, and so on we go. I'm sure I'm not pronouncing these correctly. So somebody who's more of a Final Fantasy expert will obviously be able to say those better than me. Then, of course, we have our different types of mana. So we've got our plains in this one, mountains. So there we go. All right, and we have a hero, our token creature hero. And we have another hero. We've got several heroes in this pack. Anyway, the pack also tells us how we can join the Magic community, and it has a little quick reference on your turn, how you start. So the beginning phase, the main phase, combat, second main phase, ending phase, and how to attack and how to block. So that's one deck, and we have our other deck here. So that first deck used mountains and plains as its mana type. In Magic, each type has a different colour and depends on different types of mana. So in this particular deck, we have a Metfolk Warrior. Again, probably not saying this right. We have a Fairy, which is called Meg Pixie. We have Dreams of Laguna, Undercity Dire Rats. But these cards are more blacker, and so, sure enough, our lands are swamp. Instead of, so for this deck, this is more depending on Death and Decay, I imagine. There's a bit of blue deck, bit of blue mana as well, blue lands. Anyway, that's it. That's our starter kit. So our starter kit contains 2 decks. It contains a guide. It contains 2 card boxes, and then I guess we discard the rest. Thank you very much. Take care.